UN-backed GNA forces target militias loyal to warlord Khalifa Haftar. It's a hard slog for these men as they try to retake a critically important area just south of Tripoli. The men and their machines snake through narrow dirt roads, and the orchards of Al-Sawani neighborhood provide ample cover to move around. As we drive through parts of the front line, there's signs that a big battle took place here everywhere. In fact, if we see this, there's a tank blown up next to a wall that has been completely destroyed. Now, this particular area was a scene of heavy battles till about a few days ago between the UN-backed Government of National Accord and militias loyal to Khalifa Haftar. Closer to the front line near the Tripoli International Airport, we arrive at a house, now the headquarters for one of the larger militias from Misrata, fighting to defend Tripoli. Parts of this building, which have been acting as a headquarters of sorts for the Government of National Accord, backed by the United Nations, were destroyed in mortar shelling a few days ago. Now, bear with me. The front line of LNA forces is around 400 meters that way. The GNA fighters have hidden their vehicles out of sight, under trees, out of fear of drones operated by the United Arab Emirates. At the site, we're introduced to Commander Abdullah. He's in charge of a militia of 200 men.
In the beginning of this war, the fighting was more intense. We were literally fighting Haftar forces face to face. But then the enemy started using heavy weapons. Still, we didn't back down.
The commander leads us up the stairs to a lookout point, where they're keeping a close eye on Haftar's forces.
We have to be very quiet, because there is a lot of pressure on Haftar's militia. So they use heavy weapons to reduce that pressure.
Outside, as GNA fighters press ahead to capitalize on their gains, we meet Ashraf Mosbah, a fighter from Al Rayana.
I've been here since April, for about 9 months. The situation is as good as you can see, and our morale is high. Before this, I was working with GNA intelligence, and now I'm here because of the people that Haftar's forces have displaced and the civilians who have been killed by them.
The GNA might be on top on this front this day, but the battle for Tripoli is like a game of cat and mouse, where one side makes gains only to lose them the next day. Who will come out on top might depend more on external factors than the fighting prowess of these men. Ali Mustafa, TRT World, on the Al-Sawani front line in Tripoli.